Hello students, I am Ishan Trivedi. Welcome you in this video lecture series. Today I am going to discuss about route assignment, which is also known as route characteristics, or you can say trip assignment or travel assignment, or you can say traffic assignment. So first we will understand the content of this session. I am going to cover the route assignment with its introduction and the basic concept, then application and factors of route assignment, the process of route assignment, and at last the route building, or you can say short-term path algorithm. So first we will understand what is route assignment. Here it is the process of allocating the given set of trips, which are trips interchanges to the specified transportation system, and it is referred as the traffic assignment. The fundamental aim of the traffic assignment process is to reproduce on the transportation system and the pattern of vehicle movement which would be observed when the travel demand represented by the matrix and which is to be assigned is satisfied. Here the route assignment, or you can say route characteristics or traffic assignment, concerns the selection of route between origin and destination. It is nothing but a chain of link between the origin and destination. It is nothing but our fourth and final step in the travel demand analysis to assign the trip of different routes. If I take a two zone, that is of zone A and zone B, or you can say zone 1 and 2, then between the zone A and B there may be an alternative routes to follow, which are having the different length and the characteristics. Means you can see there are number of routes between zone 1 and zone 2, zone 1 to zone 3, and zone 1 to zone 4. And each of these route contains the different length and the characteristics. Here the estimation of what proportion of total forecast trips between A and B shall be used, and the available alternate routes is nothing but the route assignment. Here we have the two purposes of route assignment. First is to determine the route to be traveled, and second is the interzonal trips which are assigned to those selected routes. If I am talking about the application of route assignment, then it is to determine the deficiency in the existing transportation system by assigning the future trips to the existing system. Means what I'm going to do, I'm going to just capture the existing situation and what are the trips and the networks are there which are distributed along those zones. If any faulty network would found, then what I'm going to do, I'm just improve and cater those trips with the future trips. Then to evaluate this effect of limited improvement and the addition to the existing transportation system by assessing the future trips to the improved network. Then to develop the construction priorities by assessing the estimated future trips for intermediate years to the transportation system proposed for those years. So whatever the production and the attraction is there, there is a network, there are various modes of transportation. Now I need to find out the effective route between origin to destination, and this will be done for those estimated trips between the intermediate years to the transportation system and for the proposed of those years as well. Next application is to test the alternative transportation system proposals by systematic and readily repeatable procedures. Then to provide the design R traffic volumes on the highways and turning movement at junction, and for that this route assignment plays important role. Here the trip assignment, or you can say route assignment, is concerned with the choice of route that we are going to opt while origin to destination. So these are the concept and the application of route assignment. Now, the factors which are affecting the route assignment. Here, there are four basic factors that lead the people to choose one route over another. And these are of travel time, travel cost, comfort and convenience, level of service, or you can say volume and the capacity. Here, travel time is used almost exclusively in all the modes of route choice, or you can say route assignment, because the travel time as compared to other factors can be easily measured. Here, if I'm talking about the travel time, is just used as a major factor in the trip assignment, as it is seen that the greater the volume, or you can say the traffic, as compared to the capacity, then the greater is the travel time. Means more number of vehicles which are running on the roads, the traffic is more than its capacity. Here then the travel time will be more of any vehicles on those roads. Now, on the other hand, the greater the travel time, fewer will be the number of people using it. Means if the journey time between zone A to zone B is more, then few number of people are going to use that route. Then, in fact, it indicates that after a period of time, an equilibrium on the set of route should be reached, in which any person by switching his route could only increase his individual travel time. Means there will be a set of equilibrium time between those origin and destination. If any person would change its route by various modes, then it is ultimately going to increase its travel time. If you have seen in your Google map, for reaching to the destination, you will just search upon the origin or the station point and the nearest station point where you want to reach. Here what would happen? Google will show you possible route on which you can just reach in a shortest time period, and you will have the various options and various modes to reach at the destination. And here what you will get whether if you opt this route, you will be reach 4 minutes early than the earlier route. So there will be an optimum time or an equilibrium set in between routes. If you go for the another route, then you are doing what? You are doing just increasing your travel time. So you need to understand these factors while choosing this route. So these are the applications and factors of route assignment. Now furthermore, understand the process of route assignment. Here in this you need to understand three terms, but before that understand the route assignment and the choices and the on which parameters these things are done. Here, all the assignment techniques are based on the route selection. Here, the choice of the route is made on the basis of number of criteria such as travel time, travel cost, length of route, comfort and convenience, safety, and level of service. Here, the route selection is made manually for the small job, but for the large job, it is done by the computers. Means what? For route selection for smaller number of zone or the smaller number of route or the network, it will be done manually, but for larger number of zone and the larger number of varieties of probability, then it will be done on the computer. Now here the first step is the highway network, which is described by a system of link and the nodes. A link is a section of highway network between two intersections, whereas a node is either the centroid of a zone or the intersection of two or more links. In a simple word, if I'm telling you the links between a place of origin to destination, and that route network is nothing but a link. But if I'm talking about node, means any junction or any crossroad, any dead end is a node. Again, I'm telling you, any crossroad or any junction is nothing but a node, whereas the link is nothing but a link between two nodes, means a network which connects the two nodes is nothing but a link. Furthermore, for computer analysis, the network description is coded and stored in the memory. Here, the computer is then made to select this minimum path between the zone and assign the predicted trips to this path. The traffic volumes are thus accumulated for each selection of the network, and then there is a form of tree. This tree is nothing but the sequence of nodes which define the links comprising the minimum path between any two zone. Centroid is called the tree. Here the tree is determined by the computer, means I am finding those minimum path or minimum distance to reach from one zone to another zone, and that is nothing but a tree. So it is determined by the computer. When the traffic is accumulated for each link, it may so happen that certain individual link get overloaded, and in that event the certain adjustment will have to be made in accordance with the travel time flow relationship which fed to the computer. In a simple word, if I'm telling you I have this number of nodes and the links, if I want to go from one place to another place, like here to this place, then I don't have proper network. So by computer analysis, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to uh, direct this link in a proper way. These nodes are similar in nature, the way it has been organized here. You will see the path here in organized manner. So the path will be determined in a such a way that you have minimum distance to travel, and your route assignment will be done in this manner, so that all the areas, or you can say all the nodes or those dead ends, will be connected by each link, and you will find the number of alternatives here. You can see here, see from here to here I have this route, you can see here, and I have this route. So from which direction I want to opt, even I can go from here to here, even I can go from here, from this place, then bottom, and reach to this destination. So it is in your hand that in which route and the which selection of possible minimum path can be done. So furthermore, if I synchronize this process, then there is a coding of network for each mode, and that will be done by the nodes of those links and centroidal connection of nodes and various networks that I have available. Then the second step is the driver or the traveler route selection criteria based on various characteristics. After that, there will be a tree building which select the vehicle routes through the coded network that I have already shown you. That what I'm going to do, I'm just going to minimize those network. There will be a simulation of this tree network, and by selection of vehicle I will going through those coded network, and at last there is a allocation of vehicle trip interchanges between those routes. So this is how you can make the process of route assignment. After making the tree, or you can say network, there is a part of route building algorithm, or you can say shortest path algorithm. Here the computers are used for the developing the minimum path tree, and there are few reasons which are necessary to develop this tree building. So first we need to understand why do we require this sort of algorithm or shortest path while determining this route assignment. Because in multiple number of times I can use this algorithm. Here, in every iteration, we require this algorithm, and which is almost, it has been done at least once in this assignment. Then it helps in the minimizing the computer time and the cost. A number of algorithms have been developed for searching out the minimum path trees for those centroids. Here, most of these available algorithms are similar in principle and differ only in the way in which they have keep track on those calculations. So here we have few algorithms that you need to just check out for those shortest path in the road network. These are of Moore's algorithm, Shortreed's and Wilson's algorithm, which is nothing but the Moore's modified method. Then, and the next is Dijkstra's algorithm. So here, I've just told you the basic concept of route assignment, or you can say route characteristics or traffic assignment. I hope you have learned from this session. Thanks for watching this video.